Good morning, guys. What's up? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It's currently 8:09 a.m. Monday morning, April the 20th, 2026, year of our Lord. It is my birthday, guys, 420. I'm 42 years old today, 42 years young, but I feel like I'm about 82. I'm not going to lie. I woke up feeling like trash this morning, dude. My entire body hurts. And had 10 on the list today, but just got off the phone with a customer. I'll tell you about this in a second, but I just got off the phone with a customer, and I can't come today because they had roofers come by and they got a bunch of stuff in the backyard and some in the front too, and they haven't got it cleaned up yet. And plus she's out of town as well because she didn't want to be there before the roofers, and she pays with check every week, and she doesn't have my money out for me either. So I got to look at the schedule and see when I can come back. I just rearranged my schedule and I haven't even put it in yard book yet, which is a burden on me, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, guys, I had a lazy weekend, man. I didn't work at all this weekend. I'll tell you about that in a second. But I didn't work at all this weekend. Couldn't do anything at the end of last week because everything's just burned up. And then I decided to go turkey hunting Thursday afternoon. It was about, I don't know, about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Decided to go turkey hunting. And then went turkey hunting first thing Friday morning. And then Saturday night, my boy and I went fishing, and we had stuff to do Saturday afternoon. Had ball games and stuff like that. So I didn't do anything on my business. Didn't work on my business or in my business at all this weekend. Up until yesterday. Yesterday I did all my maintenance and all that. I got my truck cleaned up, went to the grocery store, all that good stuff. Took care of that. Took about 2 hours out of the day because my mom came by to bring me a birthday card and all that good stuff. And then had to do the maintenance on my mower, on all of my mowers. Had to sharpen blades and all that good stuff. And then I also had to pressure wash my driveway. That way I didn't get an HOA fine, because when I pulled the golf cart back in the driveway Friday after turkey hunting, I tracked mud all up and down my driveway. So I had to clean the driveway up. And also I started including into my routine watching Lee Irvin's live stream at Irvin's Lawn Service at 7 p.m. or well, over here in the southeast it's 8 p.m. Eastern time. I think he does it 7 p.m. standard or central time, but it's actually 8 p.m. for me Eastern time. So I had to include that in my schedule too. And I completely forgot to send out emails and texts last night letting everybody know I was coming. That's the thing about me, guys. If I put one thing in my routine to throw it off at all, it screws my whole routine up. And so I'm gonna have to restructure my life because I like watching Lee's live stream. And yeah, I'm a stickler about things like that, man. So I got to get used to doing my mower maintenance and sharpening blades and everything early on Sundays, not late in the evenings. So yeah, and I also got to start sending out my text sometime between noon and 5. So yeah, forgot to do that, and had to do that just a few minutes ago. And I was actually making a video when that customer called me. She texted me and then immediately called me. So yeah, so this is take 2 on that video I was making. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's what's going on. I restructured my schedule for moving forward. I usually don't have a solid schedule nailed down until May, the month of May. But with it being so dry right now, man, it's ridiculous with the lack of rain we have. I mean, I'm watering my lawn every single day just to keep some greenery in it, man. I don't want my lawn to burn up. And I may have mentioned it before, but I'm very particular about my grass, and I want it to look good at all times. And so I'm watering it every single day, but all of my customers are not, and I can't expect them to. But they are keeping their lawns watered now. That I had to tell them to turn their sprinkler systems on because everything was burned up last week. But yeah, man, I restructured everything just simply because I'm behind on so much landscaping stuff. And the only way I'm going to get caught up with it in a decent amount of time is if I make everything towards the first 3 days of the week heavy, and then use a half a day on Thursday and then Friday and Saturday to do landscaping. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I say heavy, you know, I don't have a whole lot of properties. I think I've got 67 properties altogether, or no, 65, something like that. And that's not much. And so I'm doing, between Monday and Wednesday, I'm doing 30 properties, and then that's heavy for me, 10 every single day. And then on Thursdays, I'm doing one property, one or two properties one week, and then I think it's 5 or either 6 the next week. So I'm gonna have, I don't know, on Thursdays I'm gonna be working anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to 6 to 7 hours. And what that'll do is that'll give me time to at least go pick up materials that I need for the landscaping jobs, and possibly get started on some of them, or maybe get some of the smaller ones knocked out. And then Fridays, getting out there and hustling, and doing the same thing on Saturdays, doing what I got to do to get it caught up. So that's where I'm at on that. And hopefully it'll work out for me. But I gotta get everything nailed down in the yard book, man. I hadn't had time to rearrange everything in yard book, so I'm actually not going to be using yard book today to have a schedule to run off of. I'm using pen and paper right here. I will use yard book to send out invoices like I normally do, but I don't have my schedule nailed down in yard book yet. Hopefully I'll have enough time when it being my birthday. I'm probably gonna have family swing by, see me and say happy birthday and all that good stuff. So I'm probably not gonna have enough time today. If I do, I'm going to take care of everything in yard book today. If not, I'll just do it tomorrow evening when I get home. And no big deal. I've done it for years on pen and paper. I just started using yard book for my scheduling this year, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and it's not gonna make that much of a difference. It's nothing that I'm not used to. And yeah, I'll be able to get it taken care of one way or the other. But let's talk about cash flow for a minute, man. I want to say it was February or either early March. I got an email from PennyMac. That's who I had my mortgage loan through, and telling me that instead of using debit or credit to pay my mortgage, which you've never been able to use a credit card to pay your mortgage, not through PennyMac, but instead of using a debit card, I have to put in my bank account information, my account number, my routing number, all that crap, man. And I didn't realize it, but what it was telling me that I need to get it done, I need to enter that information before I try to pay my bill in April. Well, April 1st went to go pay the bill, wouldn't let me do it with a debit card. I completely forgot all about it. So I had to enter all my information in and everything so I could pay my bill. Well, it takes some time for all that stuff to happen. And right now, you know, PennyMac is not calling me or anything saying that I'm late. It's almost time for me to pay another bill. I think I've got 11 days from today that my mortgage will be due again. And I paid the bill on the 1st whenever I entered all my account information in and everything. That mortgage payment is not showing up in my bank account still. And that's about to drive me insane. And another thing that's messing me up right now, Mama Tank and I decided in January that what we were going to do is, instead of me paying myself every 2 weeks like I have been, what I've always done since I went full time, I would pay myself $2,000 through Zelle. I would actually pay Mama Tank $2,000 through Zelle, and she would transfer it to our personal bank account every 2 weeks. And you know, we would use that to pay all of our bills and buy groceries, all that good stuff. Well, we decided that we're on this get out of debt quick kick right now, and we decided that the best way to do it would be to pay every single thing we have out of my business account, and we're using her account to do birthdays, Christmases, anniversaries, for emergencies, to buy clothes when we need them. If we decide to go out to eat, we use our account for that. We use our accounts for certain things like that, but we're not paying any bills out of Mama Tank's paycheck every month. She gets paid once a month, and she's a school teacher, and we all know school teachers just don't make a whole lot of money. So not really a whole lot she could pay anyway, but the stuff that she can pay, by the time it's not, I mean, she's not going out and blowing money or anything like that, but by the time she gets paid, everything for the month is already paid. So yeah, no, not really any point in doing that. But the problem with that is, with me paying every single thing we have out of one account like that, out of my business account, it slows down my cash flow. And my plan was to go out and do 2 small side jobs this weekend, and to get 2, one pretty good sized pine straw job done, and 1 smaller pine straw job done. Well, I probably could have got the smaller pine straw job done, but my issue is, I was looking at what I had in the bank versus what has not cleared the bank yet, and including my mortgage payment, which hasn't cleared the bank yet. That's about to drive me insane. Well, I looked at all that, and then I looked at what's due this week, and also the fact that we had to go grocery shopping and all of that good stuff. And if I'd have done any one of those jobs, I don't know why it's like this, but it takes several days for any time you get a payment through Yardbook. It takes several days for Stripe to send it to my bank account and for it to show up in my bank account. So anything I would have done Friday or Saturday, it would have been Wednesday before it showed up in my bank account. And I have a certain number in my bank account, in my business bank account, same way in my personal bank account too, and you guys should be the same way. It'll keep you from not having any money. But I have a certain number in my banking account that I don't want to go below. We're not going to talk about what that number is, but I have a certain number that I will not let my bank account get below, because it's cutting it too close in case something happens, whatever it may be. You've always got to have money, whether it be in your savings account, bank account, whatever it may be. You've always got to have money put up for a rainy day. You never know what's going to happen in life, man. Your truck might blow up, your AC might go out, you might wind up having a tornado come through your area and get a hole in your roof, and it doesn't make sense to use your insurance because the deductible costs more than the actual repair. So you never know what's going to happen. So I keep a certain amount in my bank account at all times. And what was going to happen with that cash flow issue, if I would have done those jobs, I would have been cutting it too close to that number after I went grocery shopping and did what I had to do this week. So I elected not to do anything. I elected to go ahead and build my bank account up a little more before I went out and bought materials and did this job and everything. And I told my customers, I was going to start getting everything knocked out next week, and everybody was fine with it. Nobody's rushing me. Nobody's in a hurry for it or anything like that. I do got one guy that's in a hurry. I told him that it was going to be the end of May before we could get a rock job done. And I don't know what this guy's issue is, man, but I don't see us lasting very long, man, because he's very adamant that when he wants something done, he wants it done yesterday. And I get that. I'm impatient too, but at the same time, if I can't do it right then, I can't do it right then, and I need him to understand that. And I've got other customers in front of him, and that's just the way it is. But other than that, man, I don't have anybody rushing me, so I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, man, I want you guys to think about that before you decide to pay everything you have out of one bank account, out of your business account. I highly suggest, especially after you pay all your debts off, I highly suggest paying yourself a certain amount of money every week or every other week or once a month, whatever it is, and paying your bills and your household stuff, paying yourself a certain amount on a set date, whatever the frequency is, and then keep it that same amount, and don't use your bank account, don't use your business account for anything else other than business needs. That's my suggestion. And that's the way I've always done it, and it's always worked. But this year we're trying as hard as we can to get out of debt as fast as we can, and we really want to try to have our house paid off and all of our debts completely paid off within 5 years. Is it going to happen? It very well could happen. It's very possible after we looked at all the numbers and everything. But is it going to happen? I don't know. You never know what life's going to throw at you. And we also gotta stay very, very disciplined in this plan. And if we stick to this plan, it will work. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. And I don't know if you guys watched the live stream with Urban's Lawn Service last night. It was pretty good live stream. I still think the one with Ernest was better. Nothing against Ray. Ray's a good guy, and he's pretty smart, pretty slick character. He knows a lot about the business, and he's been doing it for a long time, and he seems like a good guy. He can come off kind of brash sometimes, but he seems like a good guy always, and always has a good attitude, and likes to cut up a lot. And that's pretty much what that live stream was last night. A lot of laughing and cutting up and carrying on. But there was some nuggets dropped in there too. I mean, there was opportunities for you to get information and all that good stuff. But guys, it's chilly out here this morning, man. It's 44 degrees right now. When I woke up, it was 41. I don't know what the hell's going on with the weather here in East Central Georgia, but we went from 90 degrees yesterday to the high today is supposed to be 69 and the low at 40. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I wish it would get one temperature and stay that temperature. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all had a great weekend. All you weekend warriors out there, I hope y'all got out and absolutely smoked it this weekend. I hope you picked up some new customers. I hope you made plenty of money. All you regular guys like me, I hope y'all get out there and crush it this week. Hope y'all have an amazing day and an amazing week. And hey, man, I hope y'all are blessed out there. But look, I got to get off here and get this thing going. I got to get some gasoline. And I'll catch y'all on the next video, man. Y'all be blessed out there. And until the next one, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holler at y'all. Bye.